when I visit my doctor for the annual checkup, he always takes the time, and I really love him for this, to really talk through the various little things, thankfully little, that I have to talk to him about. But he tries to explain it in a language that I understand, and that makes me a partner in my own health. And that actually means that when he's not looking over my shoulder, I can actually make some better decisions or know when I've got a problem or when I don't have a problem. But it's very important, rather than the idea of simply prescribing something or saying, oh, this is what you got wrong with you, to explain his thought process so that I'm part of the decision. I feel like financial services and investing is just the same thing. We'll have better investors if we have better educated investors.
It's tough to get clients to really buy into something that they're confused by, because it goes into this whole thing about Wall Street, and that they try to sell you things that you don't understand and that maybe not be in your best interest.
Well, I think that's right. I think you have to always work on making sure that what you're talking about is understood by the client. Most of the important things are absolutely understandable.
You made that point about trust and the intellectual trust that helps an advisor coach decisions that need to be made about the investment mix.
We spend so much time counseling our clients, being partners with them in their financial decisions. So you really know somebody trusts you when they don't do anything without consulting with you. And it's a really great feeling when you have that kind of relationship.
Our industry tends to really focus on the people in the relationship who deal with the math. And interestingly enough, the person who's not included typically has the most frustration at not being heard or not being listened to. Unfortunately, for many people, that's the woman in the relationship, even if she's the primary breadwinner, who doesn't get to be heard or have a loud enough voice. For us, it's a big deal to make sure both sides of the party, and sometimes it's the male who's the non-CFO in the family, but no matter who it is, you're both sharing a life. It's important that you both understand the trade-offs and compromises you're going to have to make, and agree to them and understand them.
We spend a lot of time talking about how do you talk about the big picture with an investor. And it's not just because we're actually interested, although we are, in interest rates and economic growth and what's going on in China. But having that conversation back and forth with an investor, from an advisor to investor and back, having that conversation about the big picture builds a sort of bridge of intellectual trust.
Understand the life you want, making sure you're protected from bad outcomes, making sure that you react the right way, because every investor in this world really wants to invest so that they can live the life they want. Now, the only question any investor ever has when they call concerned is, am I okay? It's the only question they have. Am I all right? And that basically means we have to know the life they want. We have to make sure they have the resources to live it. And if they don't, let them know what changes they need to make. And they need to be protected from nice surprises. We have a different level of complexity. While there's a lot of interesting alternatives in ETFs, there are now so many choices, it's very hard to filter through what makes sense, what doesn't. When should you have a mutual fund? Because now there's the misnomer that ETFs are cheap, mutual funds are expensive. Well, that's not actually true. It depends on what you're investing in. And so our job as advisors is to help educate the client in ways they can understand, because again, they don't want to spend their lives on this stuff.